Hello and welcome to another edition of Autocar India's Quick News, your weekly roundup of all the latest news in the automotive industry. This week's episode is powered by Nayara Energy, India's largest private fuel retail network. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the Autocar India channel and hit that bell notification icon to stay notified of all our latest video drops. We begin this week with Volkswagen, who have opened bookings for the Tiguan R line ahead of its launch on April 14th. They've also revealed some specs and the colors that it will be available in. The India spec Volkswagen Tiguan R line gets a 2-liter turbo petrol engine producing 204 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic and the 4-motion all-wheel drive system. VW claims a 0 to 100 time of 7.1 seconds and a top speed of 229 km per hour. The Tiguan R line is available in 6 monotone color options and it will get sport seats, a 10.3-inch digital instrument display and a 12.9-inch central touchscreen infotainment system. It will also feature ADAS including adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist and a dual-zone climate control system with controls integrated into the touchscreen. Given that the previous Volkswagen Tiguan was priced at Rs 38.17 lakh and was brought in as a CKD, the Tiguan R line, which is imported as a CBU, will likely be priced around Rs 50 lakh. Some interesting news coming in from Nissan, who have announced plans for 2 new vehicles in India. The first of the 2 vehicles announced is an MPV based on the Renault Triber. Teaser images show that the MPV will feature a large C-shaped grille with hexagonal vents, silver wraparound treatment on the bumper and LED headlamps with the DRLs at the top. Interiors are said to use different materials and colors while retaining the 7-seater layout. The Nissan MPV will be mechanically identical to the Triber, featuring a 1-liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated petrol engine that produces 72 horsepower and 96 Nm, mated to either a 5-speed manual or an AMT gearbox. The more powerful turbo petrol from the Magnite is not on the cards. The second vehicle announced is an SUV based on the new Renault Duster. The Nissan SUV will launch alongside the new Duster, with both models being produced at the Renault-Nissan Alliance factory in Chennai. In terms of design, the Nissan shares its silhouette with the Duster but sports a unique front end taking inspiration from the Nissan Patrol. Interior layout is said to be similar to the Duster but with different materials and colors. Nissan's Creta rival will be a petrol-only model powered by the 1.3-liter turbo petrol producing 154 horsepower and 250 Nm in international market. It is paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. Nissan is yet to confirm if a manual transmission or all-wheel drive is on offer, as it is on the international spec Duster. The Porsche Taycan range now starts at Rs 1.67 crore with the launch of the entry-level rear-wheel drive variant. The Taycan rear-wheel drive joins the 4S and Turbo in Porsche's lineup and is now the most affordable version of the EV. It is priced Rs 24 lakh lower than the Taycan 4S and Rs 87 lakh less than the Turbo, and this is what the current price list looks like. The India spec Taycan rear-wheel drive gets a 89 kWh battery pack, which is smaller than the 105 kWh battery pack seen in the 4S and the Turbo. This battery pack has a WLTP range of 503 to 590 km, which is significantly lower than the 4S's range of 549 to 642 km. The battery drives a single 408 horsepower, 410 Nm motor on the rear axle that enables a 0 to 100 time of 4.8 seconds and a top speed of 230 kmph. The Taycan rear-wheel drive features a 800-volt architecture with fast charging capability of up to 270 kilowatts. In ideal condition, that means the battery can charge from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. Porsche also provides 11 kilowatt onboard AC charger that takes 9 hours to charge the battery from 0 to 100%. Now for some more EV news. Kia has launched the facelifted EV6 in India, but crucially the pricing remains the same. The Kia EV6 is sold in India in just one variant, the all-wheel drive GT line. It now has a bigger 84 kWh nickel manganese cobalt battery pack compared to the 77.4 kWh unit in the pre-facelift model. This NMC battery is claimed to be lighter and 8% more energy dense, resulting in a range of 581 km, that is 53 km more than the last model. It continues with 2 electric motors with a combined output of 325 horsepower and 605 Nm and a 0 to 100 time of 5.3 seconds. Updates to the exterior include refreshed bumpers, star map headlights with a new LED light bar, new designs for the 19-inch alloy wheels and revised taillights. Inside, Kia has added a new 3-spoke steering wheel with a dedicated drive mode button. A new fingerprint sensor allows registered drivers to start the car without a key, and the center console now gets a textured finish instead of piano black. The facelifted EV6 is priced at Rs 65.9 lakh, which is the same as the previous model. And now for some very exciting news. Aston Martin has launched the V12 powered Vanquish in India for Rs 8.85 crore, and that is before options. The Vanquish is Aston Martin's flagship offering, replacing the DBS Superleggera. It is powered by a 5.2-litre twin-turbo V12 engine producing 835 horsepower and 1000 Nm, mated to an 8-speed automatic sending power to the rear. 0 to 100 takes 3.3 seconds and the top speed is 345 km per hour. In terms of design, the Vanquish now sports Vantage-like swept-back LED headlights flanking the signature grille, while the rear has a unique light pattern, quad exhaust tips and an aggressive-looking diffuser. It retains a 2-door coupe silhouette and rides on 21-inch forged wheels with bespoke Pirelli tires. Inside, the Vanquish is completely redesigned and looks similar to the current crop of Aston Martins. It gets 10.25-inch screens for the infotainment system and the driver's display, but thankfully it still retains physical controls for major functions. Buyers have a choice between a fixed glass roof or a carbon fiber one, and a 1170-watt 15-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system is also offered. Prices for the Vanquish start at Rs 8.85 crore before options. From one British brand to another, Land Rover has launched the most off-road centric version of the Defender, the Octa, in India. The Octa is significantly more aggressive than the standard Defender thanks to flared wheel arches, a larger grille, a revised front bumper and higher ground clearance. It can be optioned with 22-inch wheels with all-season tires or 20-inch wheels with all-terrain rubber. The Octa is available in just the 110 body style, however there is a more exclusive Edition 1 variant available only in the first year of production. Inside, the Octa is largely similar to the standard Defender except for a larger 11.4-inch infotainment touchscreen, burnt sienna leather upholstery and a mini fridge in the center console. The most notable upgrades are the performance seats with integrated headrests and more supportive bolstering. The body and soul seat audio technology also vibrates the seat in sync with the music. Powering the Octa is a 4.4-litre BMW-derived twin-turbo V8 mild hybrid powertrain with 635 horsepower and 750 Nm. That number can be bumped up to 800 Nm in off-road launch mode. It does 0 to 100 kph in 3.8 seconds and can achieve a top speed of 250 kmph. However, when equipped with 20-inch wheels and off-road tires, top speed is capped at 190 kmph. The Octa's 6D dynamic suspension system does away with the need for physical anti-roll bars by hydraulically interlinking the dampers. Land Rover says this gives greater wheel articulation and virtually eliminates pitch and body roll. The Octa comes with longer and tougher wishbones, beefed up underbody protection and a 28mm increase in ground clearance to 319mm, and also the most responsive steering rack of any Defender yet. These upgrades and the new front and rear bumpers increase the maximum approach angle by 2.5 degrees, departure angle by 2 degrees, breakover angle by 1.1 degrees, wading depth by 100 mm and maximum articulation by 139 mm compared to the standard Defender. Prices for the Defender Octa start at Rs 2.59 crore, with the Edition 1 coming in at Rs 2.79 crore. Last week we told you that car manufacturers are raising prices and Skoda has joined the bandwagon. The Slavia and the Kushaq will now cost Rs 10,000 more, but only if bought in select colors. Select monotone and dual tone colors are now optional extras in both the Slavia and the Kushaq. The entry-level classic variant on both cars gets 4 colors as standard, but lava blue carries a premium. Meanwhile, the top-spec Prestige comes in 6 monotone and 2 dual-tone color options as standard, while carbon steel, brilliant silver dual-tone and lava blue dual-tone are optional extras. Both models continue to be offered with either a 1-litre turbo petrol engine mated to a 6-speed manual or automatic gearbox, or a 1.5-litre turbo petrol which comes with a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. The price range has increased marginally, with the Slavia now costing between Rs 10.34 lakh and 18.34 lakh, and the Kushaq costing between 10.99 lakh and 19.11 lakh. Last week, Mahindra had announced that they will be raising prices of its entire lineup by 3%, but now they've gone ahead and cut prices on certain variants of the XUV700 by up to 75,000 rupees. The XUV700's AX7 and AX7L variants have received a price cut. The AX7 diesel automatic 6 and 7 seat variants and the all-wheel drive version have received a Rs 45,000 price cut. Also, all 5 AX7L trims except for the Ebony editions see a Rs 75,000 price drop. Only 4 trims of the 2-litre turbo petrol XUV700, AX7 and AX7L get a price reduction. The AX7 automatic 6 and 7 seat variants see price cuts of Rs 45,000, while the 6 and 7 seat variants of the AX7L automatic are Rs 75,000 cheaper. Unlike the diesel variants, the turbo petrol manuals don't get any price revisions. And now for some two-wheeler news. Royal Enfield has finally launched the much-awaited Classic 650 at Rs 3.37 lakh. At the heart of the Classic 650 is the air and oil-cooled 648cc twin-cylinder engine producing 47 horsepower and 52.3 Nm, the same as most of the other bikes it powers. The Classic 650's mainframe, subframe and state of tune are largely similar to the Shotgun 650s. The Classic 650 sets itself apart from the Shotgun with its traditional retro design with plenty of chrome. It rides on 19-inch front and 18-inch rear wire-spoke wheels with bespoke MRF Nilo high tires developed specially for this model. Suspension duties are handled by a 43mm telescopic fork with 120mm travel, unlike the Shotgun's upside-down unit, while the twin rear shocks shared with the Shotgun offered 90mm of travel. In terms of features, the Classic 650 gets a digi-analog display, the Tripper navigation pod, a USB charger and a slip-and-assist clutch. It is available in 4 colors and prices range from Rs 3.37 lakh to Rs 3.50 lakh. Bookings are now open and deliveries will begin in April. And finally, Suzuki has updated the Bergman and the Avensis to meet stricter emission norms. Both scooters now comply with OBD2B norms, however they remain mechanically unchanged. The Avensis and Bergman continue to be powered by a 124cc engine that produces 87 horsepower and 10 Nm. The Avensis Standard Edition is priced at Rs 93,200, while the Special Edition will cost Rs 800 more. The Bergman is available in 2 versions, the Street and the Street EX, which gets a 12-inch rear wheel. The prices for the Bergman Street start at Rs 95,800, while the Street EX now starts at Rs 1.16 lakh. And that's a wrap for quick news this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.